The Escudo is back in Legendary dealerships, and I'm so excited about this one, guys, because this is the fastest car I think I've ever driven in Gran Turismo 7. Let me show you exactly where to go and get it. So we go back to Legendary dealers, Legendary cars on the main menu, heading over, and here we have it for 1.7 million credits. The Pikes Peak Escudo 1990 special edition is available for you. It's already about 800 pp, but quite frankly, the default setup for this car drives absolutely, so the benefit of this is I've tested this car exclusively, and I've got actually an amazing 800 pp setup for you, and I'm going to run you through it right now. We're going to do a World Touring Car 800 Sardinia grind, and I'm going to absolutely monster this. Monster energy, you know where it goes. So the setup, I'll run you through all of the details right now. This is my 800 pp tune. We're going to run on racing hard tires, front and rear. Downforce is set to maximum on the rear and 418 for front downforce. We have got the high RPM turbocharger, no other things installed. Brake balance is all the way to the front just to stabilize the car on the brakes. We do have the fully customizable racing transmission, 340 set, no specific gear ratios adjusted, but here they are on the screen right now. Power restrictor is set to 100, ballast positioning set to -5, ballast is only 1. All of these just minor numbers just to get this 800 pp working right. And then for the body height, I've lowered the car quite a lot, not to the super lowest, because there are some big curves at Sardinia. I want to just make the car safe over those curves if we do bounce into them. Front anti-roll bar is at 10. That's to just stabilize the front of the car when you're on the brakes. The downside of this car is not so stable on the brakes. Everything else is incredible. Here are all the other settings here. I think we've lowered the natural frequency. Most of the settings remain similar, but a huge setting change is the LSDs and the center torque vectoring torque distribution. I've changed these a lot just to make the car drive a lot better. By default, the default setup just completely understeers on power. It's really awful to drive. These LSD settings are a whole lot better. I've got a completely separate video on my channel explaining everything you need to know about LSDs. I'll link that at the end of this video. But right now, guys, let's go over to Sardinia World Touring Car 800 and let's do the fastest race we've ever done it before. In testing, I can drop 1 minute 28 lap times. We're going to do it as a 2-stop strategy, so it's going to be more pit stops than we do with the DTM Audi tune. But you know what, guys, I'm going to take you along for the ride. We're going to wrestle this car around the track and get it in the fastest time we've ever possibly done. Sardinia World Touring Car 800. Let's go right from the start. Change to fuel map 4. It's a bit touch and go on fuel for 4. Maybe 5 is completely safe, but we're going to try our best to make it work on fuel map 4. This car is a little bit unstable on the brakes, a little bit over rotation, and there is hideous turbo lag, but we can get around that. Or a bit of check up there for that Lexus. That's going to slow us down a little bit. This is probably the hardest corner on the track for oversteer, as we're showing right now. Tricky with this car is to get on the throttle early, to get that pressure building in that turbo to get you on boost. Oh wow, that's a bit of a, that turbo lag, a bit of a pain. But once turbo's in, once you're on boost, this car is an absolute rocket. Making an absolute sneak to the inside there, and he's breaking up the 150 board. I'm not quite going to get ahead of that Subaru. Waiting for the turbo to kick in, and then all hell breaks loose when the turbo gets deployed. I'm going to sneak to the inside here. Bit sketchy, but we got it done. This car's, you know what, it's not as easy or as nice to drive as the DTM Audi, but it's absolutely bonkers fast. Well, this guy's wanted a bit of a battle around the outside. Wait for that turbo to kick in, and off we go. It's like an absolute rocket, guys. It's so much fun. And we're going to open our outlap's going to be a 1 minute 35 as an outlap, up to 5th position already, braking at the blue all the way down to second gear, getting on the gas as soon as you can in these corners to get that turbo on boost. Oh, what a wrestle this car is, guys. It's so much fun though. This is a bit of a slow corner on the track, getting on the gas early to get on boost, and once the boost kicks in, it's absolutely furious. With all of the four-wheel drive cars, I've got various tunes on my channel and LSD settings. One of them in particular you can change on the fly, which is the torque distribution. We're going to knock it back to 2080 just to get a bit more rotation on corner exit. Does start to wear the rear tyres more, but that's not too much of a problem. Just kills a bit of understeer. The further rearwards your torque distribution is, the more oversteer you get on corner exit. And there is Portilla. We've not even finished lap number 2 and we are about to put a move on Portilla. I was a bit sketchy on the brakes there, guys. Be careful with direction changes on the brakes. This car is not ideally suited to that, and be cautious coming off the straight as well. It's not the best at high speed. It's a bit sketchy, but we're going to rock it across the line. 3.2 laps of fuel, 31-second lap time, and the second lap of the race with a lot of fuel in the car and a lot of traffic to deal with. So now we've got clear air. Let's see what we can do for lap times in this car. A little bit of on-power understeer there, but we're all good. A lot better than the standard setup, that's for sure. Just got to float it into that corner because it doesn't like braking and steering at the same time. Okay, we're up. Just waiting for that boost to build up. God, it takes a long time. Certainly a less enjoyable car to drive than the Audi DTM car that I made before on another 1.8 million credits per hour build. But this car, I think, is faster. Absolute fury out the corners when that turbo kicks in. And we're up by 0.5. Flows through there quite nicely, considering it's got a bit of a sketchy driving style on the brakes. Trying to get on the gas as early as possible on corner exit to build that boost and get you back on boost as soon as you possibly can. That's a pretty good lap time, guys. Where are we going to look for that lap time? 1 minute, oh, just almost into the 1 minute 29s. This is the potential fastest lap of the stint, guys. Lap 4, lightest fuel load, tyres are still in good shape. Let's push this one, guys. That was much better through there. That's a short shift. I felt that was going to kick the back end out there, so that's lost a bit of time. Still up though. That was a big mistake there. Trying to turn while I'm still too much on the brakes. That's the downside with this car. But once you learn to live with that, in fact, you can really start to make the most of it. I've got a video on my channel which is the Le Mans build for the Group B rally car, and just maximum fun. Time limited race, so it doesn't really matter how you're doing. God, this car's wild. Okay, so you got to brake before the 100 for this final significant corner of the track, just to get the car stopped. So we're already 20 seconds ahead of Portillo. We've got 1.2 laps of fuel, so we're all good on the fuel. What's this lap going to be? Is it going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 30 point. Oh, a little bit off. We can get into the 20s, 29s easy, 28s. I've done that in practice before. But this is going to be our pit lap, so we aren't going to be measured on time here. We're pretty good on fuel. No need to go back to fuel map 5. What do you predict for the race time then, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, this is our pit lap, the first of our 2 pit stops. End of lap number 5 and end of lap number 10 is the strategy. And we are using almost every inch of fuel in each of these strategies, even on fuel map number 4. So just flat out into the pits, throw it in there, let the boys go to work, racing hard tyres again, let them fuel up. And if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out channel memberships. I've got channel memberships active on my channel. I share these tunes ahead of time to the channel members to go and try them out. Boys going to work there. An interesting point is, I'm going to go through it at the end of this video, guys. The wheel and tyre combination has a very subtle effect on PP. It's only like 1 or 2 points, but I'll go through that in detail at the end of this video. Exiting the pits now, 5.1 laps of fuel in the tank and brand new set of tyres. Now be cautious on your first lap out the pits, because cold tyres is a thing. It's going to take you at least a lap to get proper temperature back into your tyres. So especially into this corner here, be cautious on the brakes and cautious on the turn-in, because this car is very unstable on the brakes. It's a small price to pay for the immense power this car has. Oh, I'm very deep there again. I think I'm throwing away at least a second a lap just in small driver errors. This is probably my 3rd time driving this race with this build, and I'm sure I can get better and better all the time. In fact, guys, let me know in the comments below. I'd like to know what your race times can be. What lap times are you getting with this build? As always, guys, we're playing on hard difficulty, and even on hard difficulty we are putting a lap on these guys halfway through the race. Now if that's not a sign of a fantastic build, then I don't know what is. This is an awkward place to catch this Ferrari. Absolutely send it around the outside. No one's got a chance against this car, guys. This is absolutely epic build. End of lap number 10. Exact same process as before. I've done a lot of testing, I've done a lot of restarts, changing diffs, changing LSD to get this setup dialed in to be absolutely perfect. And I don't know how capable this car is. I'm really interested to see what the final race time will be. Oh boy. That was sketchy. Be careful of AI going into pits, guys, and also exiting pits, because that is a sketchy moment. With this car, to build the boost, you don't have to be on full throttle. Just any amount of throttle just gets that turbo spooled up a little bit. So if you drag a little bit of throttle kind of midway through the corner and then building up to full throttle on corner exit is the best way to get that boost active. And already we're up actually, so this is quite interesting. This lap time I would have thought could get me into the 29s easily, I would imagine. And we've still got quite a lot of fuel in the car, so we've got clear traffic now. 150 board is the braking marker into this corner here. Rolling off the brakes as we turn in, flat through this sequence of corners. A little lift for the right hander ahead, and then a downshift for the left, and then getting on the gas as soon as you can. That's a little sketchy on corner exit, but we survived that one just before the 100. On the brakes now, we're a bit too deep there, that's not ideal, but rolling on the throttle to get that boost built as early as you can. Let's see what this lap time is going to be, guys. We're going to push this one to the finish, because no need to worry about fuel. Traffic looks like it's gone. It's into the 29s, but let's try and get a 28. The car is absolutely monstrous. We should get around the outside of him through this section here. All good there, didn't lose too much time. Just before the 100, get the car stopped. Bit of a rally through the corner there. Guys, this car is also playful as well. If you're not bothered about getting the absolute fastest time, you can have a good lap driving it. Whoa, dear God. I can't believe this is not good for lap time, but oh my god. Yeah, we're still facing in the right direction. Okay guys, last lap of the race, 1.3 laps of fuel, so I'm not going to change the fuel map. I'm going to leave it on fuel map 4. And can I get into the 28s? Maximising track width on the corner entry there. I'm getting a bit of brake sticking on this G29. Might need a bit of a clean out. But that shouldn't stop us getting a fast lap, guys. Let's make this happen. Get that boost building. That didn't seem too good for sector 1, although we are up. That's not too bad. That was pretty good there. Hit that concrete to get the rotation. Good corner exit. Secret slipstream from the NSX, but not for very long really. 150 is the braking reference. Maximising track width. Get on the throttle as soon as I can. That was nice out there. More traffic ahead, that's not good. But we are up by a little bit. Oh, we're going to catch him at a very awkward position here. Oh, I ruined it. Okay, that's going to ruin a lot of things for us, guys. Oh, I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. Ah, that Porsche really screwed us over. Anyway, we're still going to get a pretty solid race time. Oh, that was a bit of a pain. Mistake in the final lap of the race, but we're still going to smash out first place. Absolutely. And actually, that is the fastest time I've ever done Sardinia. 24 minutes 4 seconds. Fastest lap 1 minute 29 seconds. So the car has more pace in it than I showed right there, but the tune is really good. I consider that to be a great race tune. So let me now just go over the small details with the tuning, the PP, and what the wheels and tyres change for this. So you can go in and change your wheels and tyres. If you look at the PP right now, we're 799.99. If we change to the default wheels and we install everything as standard, that's going to raise the PP just slightly. I mean, you could just detune it by 1% power point or something like that, but honestly, the standard wheel and tyre setup, it doesn't look quite right in my opinion. So what I like to do, I like to go and put on some OZ rally wheels, because in this view in particular, I like to use the wide wheels and the wide offset as well, which just puts the wheels in the right place within the wheel arch in my opinion, and you install them and it lowers the PP. So you know what, that's a no-brainer, guys. It looks better, it lowers the PP, it allows more power in the vehicle, and then you're good to go. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, then let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. On screen right now will be other videos which will help you get faster in Gran Turismo 7. LSD help you to tune the car to be exactly how you want it to be. And there's also another fun Le Mans World Touring Car 700 grind build, which you're going to find really interesting. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.